Hello guys, welcome to back to my channel again. Red Devil 2017 here. Well, the name's Charlie, but we'll get straight on. This is the Huddlesfield versus Manchester United preview. So, Manchester United travelled to the John Smith Stadium on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. I've just got a bit of team news to update you before we get more into the information about the Huddlesfield Man United game. Now, confirming that we know Bailey's still out for Man United, he didn't play in the Benfica game. Jones didn't play in the Benfica game, but he could be likely to start on Saturday because during the international break, I think he suffered some knee issues. Did Phil Jones, but I think he's expected to return in the team as well. But so far, Manchester United, I think I've played 12 games in all competitions, won 10. I think we've won 10. We've scored over 30 goals now in the process in all competitions, and we're not leaking many goals either. So we've played 12 games with. We've played 12 games, we've won 10, we've drawn 2, and we haven't conceded many goals either, and we've kept 9 clean sheets in the process as well. So, as I was saying with John Jay, he's expected to return for this game against Huddlesfield. We still know Marion Fellaini's sidelined due to his current knee injury he suffered as well. We know Paul Pogba's still injured, he's still doing his rehabilitation. I think he's been out for Manchester United now for over a month. He could be expected to return back in a week or two, maybe, or something like that. We know Zlatan's coming back in December, and it did say Rojo could be back in action within 2 weeks, but it did say initially that he could be out at least till the end of the year. How bad his injury was against Anderlecht. Same was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, because his injury very bad against Anderlecht, and we all thought his career was over in Man United. When that happened with Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but. And it did say he could be out at least till the end of the year if his career wasn't over. But his progression has been fantastic, Zlatan Ibrahimovic's. Yes, Bailey's still out for Man United. But yeah, that's really about it. And these slight concerns. The slight injury that Rashford picked up in the Benfica game yesterday night. I think it was a slight knee injury, but I still think it could be okay. Could Marcus Rashford? I don't think it is too severe. Is this injury, so I don't think there's much really to worry about in the process. But yes, Manchester United travelled to the John Smith Stadium on Saturday. So basically, Huddersfield, obviously in the 1950s, were managed by Bill Shankly, as I said. They had Dennis Law in the team then, Ray Wilson. And in the early 1970s, basically since the early 1970s, Huddersfield Town have been out of the top flight for now. Were out of the top flight 45 years, but now Huddersfield have been promoted. They got promoted to the Premier League by winning the playoff final. Did Huddersfield Town. So basically, we are going to get into a bit more detail now. We're going to see how Huddersfield have been doing, and then we're going to get into the team predictions for the game. Right there. Get there now in a minute. Let me get to the game. Yes, Manchester United, who got games coming up thick and fast here. We've got Tottenham coming up soon, Chelsea coming up soon as well. So yeah, we're going to go into a bit of the details of the game now. We're just gonna Man United 2 points from the top. But yeah, this will be the first meeting between these sides since the top flight campaign 1971-1972, with Manchester United winning both games that season. Indeed, we are currently unbeaten in our last 10 league games against Huddersfield since a 3-2 away defeat in March 1952. So we haven't been beat by Huddersfield since 1952. Both 2017-18, two of the last 5 clubs in their debut Premier League season have been beaten. Manchester United at home, Burnley in 2009-10 and Bournemouth in 2015-16 as well. So, yeah, since we lost 4-0 to Chelsea last season, we've only conceded fewer goals and kept more clean sheets in the Premier League than any other side to have played in both seasons. The Red Devil, we have kept 7 clean sheets in the first 8 Premier League games this season. no side in for no 7 clean sheets in the first 8 Premier League games of the season. Yeah, no side in top flight history has ever kept 8 clean sheets in their first 9 games of the season. The only side to keep 7 in their first 8 was Jose Mourinho's Chelsea in 2004-5. Huddersfield have failed to score in 4 consecutive games in all competitions for the first time since August 2004. They last went 5 matches without scoring back in October 2002. This is just some of the stats. Since Mourinho took charge of us, the Red Devils, we have been outrunning 40 of our 46 Premier League matches, more than any other team. However, only Chelsea 106, Spurs 103, and Manchester City 100 have actually won more points than us in this period, level with Liverpool. Jose Mourinho has only lost 2 of his 39 previous Premier League games against newly promoted sides, both with Chelsea and Crystal Palace 2013-14 and Bournemouth in 2015-16. Romelu Lukaku has failed to score in 17 of his last 24 Premier League games against newly promoted teams. Lukaku has scored a Premier League goal versus a Big Six on average every 289 minutes compared to one every 136 minutes against the rest of the Premier League. So yeah, so just going to see a bit about Huddersfield Town. We're just going to see a bit about Huddlesfield Town, see how they've been getting on. So, Huddersfield lost at home to Tottenham, didn't they, the other week? Drew with Burnley, lost at Palace in the Cup, drew with Leicester City, beat lost to West Ham, sorry. Drew with Southampton, beat Newcastle, won at Palace, so, and lost at Swansea 2-0 as well. So they haven't had much of a bad start to say, they are a newly promoted side. They've been out of the top flight for about 45 years of Huddersfield. As it said, they haven't beaten us since 1952. Well, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but I've known Man United's record in the past, against teams like this, We've seen it happen in the past. We know newly promoted teams that have come up and they've given us a shock. We saw it with Burnley back in 2009-10. We saw it with Bournemouth in 2015-16. We have seen it happen quite a lot with Man U over the years, getting beat by newly promoted teams. But yes, as I did say, I give you a bit of team news on the game, didn't I? I did say, Phil Jones expected to return back. Phil Jones expected to return back. We know Bailey's still injured. To be fair, Romelu Lukaku has been quiet in his last couple of games, to be fair. He has been quiet, but he's still got 11 goals in all competitions this season for Man United. We know Fellaini's still out, who did make a massive impact this season, did Fellaini. We know Pogba's still out, so that does affect our midfield a bit. But for me, I think Matic is just dramatically improving on his game. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player, isn't he, Matic? What a player he is. And, what a fantastic player that Nemanja Matic is. As I said, he did very, very well in the 1-0 game against Benfica. He provided more passes. He gained more of the possession. Matic was just absolute flourish in that midfield. In yesterday's game, he also had a few decent opportunities. I thought Herrera was quite poor. Obviously, he's going to be starting this game, obviously, because we've got Fellaini and Pogba injured. Herrera's going to be starting this game. Herrera, who hasn't featured much this season, but he didn't make a good impact yesterday. I thought he was lacklustre in midfield. I thought, to be fair, Mkhitaryan wasn't at it yesterday. I thought it was very, very wasteful. I thought he wasted a couple of decent opportunities. One in the first half, especially there towards the end of the first half. It was a wayward shot that should have really gone in. For me, Daley Blind at left back played absolutely fantastic. I thought he was raiding forward fantastically well. Mata was fantastically good as well. He was playing lovely little passes, making decent runs. Lukaku was pretty quiet in the game, to be fair. Who else? I thought Smalling did well, to be quite fair. Smalling's done very, very well when in his last couple of games, at least he's been doing well. Made some important clearances, headers. Smalling did play pretty well. David De Gea didn't have much to do in the Benfica game, to be quite honest with you. It wasn't the most convincing performance, especially in the first half, They were counter-attacking very, very well. They were passing the ball well. But they didn't really test David De Gea. And I think, we did very, very well defensively. The goal was Rashford, his second goal now in the Champions League. Now 2 in 3 in the Champions League now for Rashford. I think 7 goals in all competitions for him now this season. But yeah, it was a free kick, as I said, 35 yards out. Comes in. Yes, it comes in, and he previously had a corner that actually nearly went in as well. He put the corner in, and their keeper had to put it way over the bar, and that nearly went in as well. It was the Rashford free kick. The keeper had caught it, ran backwards, and carried the ball over the line by accident. So that was a bad error from Benfica's goalkeeper. So that was enough to give us the 3 points. It wasn't the best performance. It was better than Liverpool performance, as we all know, in an attacking sense, because we did very, very well attackingly. We did look dangerous in set pieces as well in the Benfica game. But yeah, I think, Jose Mourinho is going to rotate the squad a little bit differently in his Huddersfield game. But yeah, I think at that left back, he's been playing blind. He played blind. I think he may put Ashley Young on in this game. To be quite honest with you, Luke Shaw, still doing his rehabilitation. He only played 45 minutes since he's come back. Has been playing for the under-23s. We know Rojo's still injured there as well. So yeah, we're going to get straight on with the starting 11 prediction now for this Huddersfield game. Hopefully we can continue our winning streak. The worst performance I've seen under Jose Mourinho was the Liverpool game. Liverpool game, we did very, very well defensively. Romelu Lukaku should have scored in that game as well. But we did do very, very well defensively. And Jose Mourinho's tactical game plan in that game did actually work pretty good as well. So now we move on, and I'm going to do the starting 11 prediction. I'm going to do the starting 11 prediction now in the process. So we're going to go with David De Gea in goal. I'm going to go, with a 4-2-3-1. Jose Mourinho's been using that 4-2-3-1 quite a lot this season. So I'm going to go with David De Gea in goal. Valencia, Smalling. He's not going to put Lindelof there, obviously, because he hasn't played in the Premier League, because Jones is expected to come back. So Valencia at right back. I'll advance right back. Smalling, Jones, Ash Young at the left back. Even though he played on the right wing against Liverpool, when he's been playing, he's been mainly playing at that left back position, hasn't he? So I'm going to go with De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Smalling, Jones, Ashley Young. Obviously in the midfield, Matic and Herrera. On the left, it's a toss-up between Rashford and Martial, because they're both good on the left. Rashford did suffer a slight knee injury back in the Benfica game, so he's really, really hard to say. I think Martial could get the start over Rashford, and he may come as a substitute Rashford. So I'm going to give it to Antonio Martial on the left. In the middle, I said it's going to have to be Mkhitaryan on Juan Mata, because they both can play in the number 10. They both can play on the right hand side. Can Mata, Mkhitaryan? So I'm going to go Mkhitaryan in the middle, Mata on the right hand side. Very, very consistent, and obviously, yeah, Romelu, Lukaku up front. So that is my starting 11 prediction. Go for it again. David De Gea, Valencia. David De Gea, Valencia. Smalling, Jones, Ashley Young, Matic, Herrera, Martial, Mkhitaryan in the middle, Mata and Romelu Lukaku. So that is my starting 11 prediction for this game. So don't know if I can stream or watch the game. It's not on live, obviously, because it's 3 o'clock. I'll try and stream it. If I can't, I will have a glimpse at the highlights in the pro. So anyway, guys, something to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.